What up, what up, what up? How's everyone doing today? I just started work, just got on the road, and I'm just about to start my day up. It's 8:54. I admit it's kind of late, and I'm probably going to be out here for a while today before I get home and play some video games, but that's not a problem. Hey, what's up, Trace? Just starting work just now, just hitting the road, trying to get my app to start up so I can start picking up some deliveries. It's 9 o'clock. It's actually 8:55, and I'm probably gonna be out here until about, I want to say today I'm gonna be out here until like 1 o'clock or at least 12:30. It's at least until I hit like 40 bucks, 50 bucks, and then I'm gonna call it a day. I just gotta make, I don't gotta make too much money today, to be honest. I just gotta make enough money to pick up some bud. I ran out of bud today. I already made money for bills and all of that other stuff. That's what I do. My bill money comes from me doing Uber and Lyft. My spare cash money comes from when I do like DoorDash and Uber Eats. That's when I make my spare cash that I want, my spending cash, I like to call it. I just started the DoorDash app, and I'm gonna try to make at least 50 bucks because I need bud. And also this week the level 40 comes out for NBA2K26, and it's looking crazy. Oh, thanks, Luca. I appreciate that, man. Sorry about that, guys. My internet for a second, I must have gone through a dead zone. Trace, are you still there? Trace is scary. That's pretty upsetting when shit like that happens. But hopefully, let's start our night. Let's start off positive, and let's just hope everything goes good tonight. I want to make quick money. I want to make some easy money, and I want to get this night going and get it started and get it over with. I am really excited to get back home and play some video games today. I know the last 2 days I haven't been too excited about playing my team, and I wasn't doing too much winning after such a great weekend that I had on the game. I had like one of the best weekends on the game ever, where I won 32 games out of 6 games on Showdown, and then I won in the King of the Court. So I had a really good weekend, but the last 2 days on the game I've been doing nothing but losing, and a lot of losing. So the guy could see I make turn, and instead of letting me go, he wants to try to go at the same time. Pretty stupid and irresponsible drive out here. But level 40 is gonna be Michael Air Jordan, which gives me a GOAT card in my starting lineup, and I have 14.7 million MT, pretty much 15 million MT. And come season 7, I'm gonna buy GOAT King James to go along with GOAT Michael Jordan, and I'm gonna have the 2 best cards and the 2 GOATs in the game in my starting lineup. So I can't wait for season 7 to start. It is about 42 hours away, season 7. I can't wait. I am counting down the minutes. I'm counting down the hours for it to start. I can't wait for it to start. I can't wait to see that GOAT Air Jordan as the level 40. I'm going to buy it. And on day one, I'm buying level 40. I'm buying the Hall of Fame pass, the Pro pass. I'm buying all the level skips. And I'm going to get to level 40 on day one. I'm going to buy my way there. And I'm going to get Michael Jordan on day one. He's going to be my starting shooting guard. And I'm most likely going to run King James as my starting point guard or my starting small forward. But those two cards are definitely going into my lineup come season 7. I feel like I'm going to be skipping the Invincibles. I am not going to have an Invincible starting lineup this year. I'm going to most likely turn them into my bench players. So I'm really excited about the way the game is, season 7 is looking so far. It is really looking good. We don't know what's going to be in the exchange event yet. We don't know what's going to be the season 7 mode rewards yet. So I can't wait to find that out either. Like when this is looking like a really good season 7, and this is looking like the game wants to end things on a high note. The game wants to end things on a bang. So I'm really happy that the game is, you know, starting to look good, and looks like it's starting to really pick up, because I want the final 3 seasons of this game to be elite. I want the final 3 seasons of this game to be epic. I want it to leave such a good taste in my mouth that I actually want to pre-order the game. Because right now, after the last 2 days that I've had, I have not felt like, you know, pre-ordering the game. But let's see if it gets better, you know. And then also tonight, I'm at work. It seems like a really slow night. I hate to say it, but like Tuesdays and Wednesdays are usually my 2 slowest days. And I need some money today. I need to make money this week. I got to put some money in my pockets. I need money for that level 40 MJ. And I need money for weed. I don't got no bud left at the house. I got 1 joint left for the night, and that's it. And usually it takes me 2 joints to get through the night. And then I drift away to sleep. But I just started. It's 10 o'clock. Hopefully it picks up. Hopefully we get some big orders. Hopefully I can make like 50, 60 bucks in about 3 to 4 hours and call it a night. There's no reason for me to rush home today because I did hit 200 wins last night in Showdown. Normally when I hit 200 wins in the game, that's when I put the game down for like a few days and just give it a break, give it a rest. So I'm definitely in no rush to get home and play Showdown because I just don't want to. I don't need to play it. I got 200 wins. I'm going to put the game down for a little bit. I'm not in a rush home to try to win 150 clutch time games. I still need that to get the final mode reward card, which I'm not going to go after that final season 6 mode completion card. And then I have domination left. I'm not going to try completing domination either because I really don't need the MT that you get from domination, and domination was all about making MT this season. And I really don't need it because I have 14.5 almost. I think I have 14.7 to be honest, million MT, which that's pretty much 15 mil. I don't need to push it any further, especially since they're giving us GOAT MJ for free as the level 40 reward. You know, that's all I need to know. That's all I need to get. That's all I really want. That's what I've been waiting for all year. That's just so amazing that they did that. And like basketball has been so huge, it's been consuming all my time the last few days. Like the whole weekend I just been all about basketball. If it hasn't been about the NBA playoffs, it's been about the game for me. It hasn't been about the game, it's been about NBA playoffs. So I really can't wait to just get home and concentrate on the game. Oh my gosh, it looks like it's gonna rain. Now that's not a bad thing because when it rains, it does get busy for me at work. The thing is, if it rains, it's gonna look shitty on stream and I might end the stream. The windows are gonna get like really watery, and like, you know, I'm gonna have to keep the windshield wipers on, and it's just gonna suck ass for the stream. So I might not do it. I might just end it and I'll stream tonight when I get home and play some video games, because right now it looks like it's gonna rain, and it's just gonna affect the view. See what I mean? And I really don't want to keep streaming like that. That I don't want to do. It's just gonna look ugly. I can wait and see if it's gonna stop raining, but I don't think it's gonna stop raining, and it's just gonna be a terrible view. You see what I mean? So I might cut the stream and call it a night, because it looks like it's gonna drizzle for most of the night. If it doesn't drizzle, I'll come back later, but I'm definitely gonna be back on when I'm streaming the game tonight. Which sucks, because I really wanted to talk some MYTEAM, because I am really excited about the level 40 MJ. I'm really excited about the game in general right now. I'm excited that we're in endgame. I'm excited that, you know, the endgame cards are here. It's kind of been feeling like endgame ever since they dropped the invincible cards so early, and we got invincible Victor Wembanyama so early. So it started feeling like endgame right about then. But yo, Luca, I really appreciate that, man. I seen your comments today. I was gonna reply back to it, but I just been real busy. But I did give it like a heart and stuff. I really appreciate all the love and support, man, that you've been giving this channel, man. Really appreciate that. Oh my God, Luca, I'm so excited that I'm not gonna be able to sleep the next 2 days really good, especially on that Thursday night. I can't wait till 11 a.m. comes Friday morning, and we get that GOAT MJ. That card is going into my starting lineup. He's gonna be my starting shooting guard for the rest of the year. That means we're gonna be able to play with the GOAT cards for the next 3 months. Actually, it's even longer than 3 months. It's about 4, maybe even 4.5, because each season has 6 weeks in it. So we're gonna get that MJ card super early. We're gonna get to enjoy it for like the next 3 to 4 months if you want to. It's gonna help you save and stack up MT and make your MT go a lot further. Now, instead of worrying, oh, I gotta spend my MT to get Michael Jordan, he's gonna be expensive, I got him for free. Now I can stretch that MT and get 4 more GOATs for my starting lineup. But guys, we got a trip. It's 1.9 miles away. It is for $8, and the trip is only 4 minutes away. I just gotta bust the UE. Yesterday, I had some really bad luck at work. I had a lot of late orders, and today I'm trying not to get any late orders. I'm actually trying. Man, this bitch don't want to. I hate how much the GPS wants to fucking yap on. Like, shut the fuck up. It's like I'm talking. But yesterday I did pretty bad. I had a good amount of late orders, and they brought down my on-time rating. So today I'm trying to get my on-time rating back up and make sure that it does it. It was at 85, and now it's at 80. So I want to get it back up to like at least 85 to 90, but it did go down a little bit. Now my acceptance rating is still high, but my on-time rating got, I guess in the last 2 days I just had too many orders that were like slightly late by like 2 to 4 minutes, and just because they were late 2 to 4 minutes, you know, my on-time rating went down. So I do want to get that back up. I still want to talk basketball. I still want to talk NBA MYTEAM. And like I said, I'm just super excited about the way Season 7 is turning out. And like I always tell people, by the time it's endgame, 2K finds a way to bring the prices down in the auction house. They find a way to get most of the cards within pretty reasonable price, you know, pretty acceptable prices. And so the 100s and lower are going to be pretty damn well priced, and you can expect the invincibles to be become cheaper. I want to say by the middle of Season 7, like 2 or 3 weeks into Season 7. Now the GOAT cards are not going to get cheaper until Season 8, but the invincibles for sure should be a little bit cheaper by the middle of Season 7. So they always find a way to make the auction house come down, and they always find a way to crash the auction house. And then they always find a way to make the last 3 seasons, what we know as endgame, they always find a way to make that extremely fun. And they always give away great stuff, and they always start giving away free stuff. So I expect 2K to be stingy the rest of the way out. The rest of the way out with this game, the rest of the what's left in the cycle of this game, the last 3 seasons, should be pretty fun and pretty rewarding. They should be giving us a lot of free stuff. You could expect a lot of free 100s, a lot of free invincibles. You could expect dark matters up the wazoo. But you should be able now to get like free 100 packs here and there for completing challenges or as a prize reward. But you're gonna see eventually they're gonna start giving a bunch of invincibles away. They might not give away any goats anytime soon, but you're gonna see like a free invincible for maybe the season 7 mode reward. You're gonna see a free invincible maybe in the exchange events. So it should get really good. I'm really excited, really hyped up about it. I'm always really excited and really hyped up about it, a new season. But let's see if they keep it going now till the end of the game, because the game is coming towards an end. You know, it is the final 3 seasons. And like I said, this is usually when they ramp it up and they make the game fun, super fun. So this way it leaves a good taste in your mouth and you come back for next year for 2K27. And I've got to admit that giving us a level 40 Michael Jordan for free is leaving a good taste in my mouth. You know, it's like it's making me want to play the game. It's getting me excited about the game. It's making me look forward to the game. And if I can have a free Michael Jordan, a GOAT Michael Jordan in my lineup, you know, that I got pretty much for free, no money spent on day 1 as soon as it comes out and I don't got to rip packs, believe me, that makes me beyond happy because he's my favorite player of all time. Last year, they gave us GOAT Dr. J, and that card turned out to be excellent. I ran that card the whole year, and this year they give us GOAT MJ. Yeah, I'm going to be happy with that. Yeah, hopefully the pre-orders will be better this time. But guys, I'm going to go in, pick up this order, and I'll... I keep forgetting that I gotta kind of take the phones with me because if I don't take the phone, I lose the hotspot that the phone is connected to. I got 2 phones on me, but one of them is tethered to my main phone, which is the hotspot. So I gotta kind of take you guys with me. I kind of enjoy taking you guys with me, but to be honest, it's so weird. I can tell like most people don't like being filmed. Most people don't want to be recorded at all. Like they have some kind of phobia about it or something. So I try to tend to point like the camera away from people. But this is my local Checkers, and this is the BK in my neighborhood. In my neighborhood, in my friendly neighborhood. This is the BK in my neighborhood. But I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna like pretend that I'm not recording, that I just got 2 phones for DoorDash for some reason. But a lot of people don't like being recorded. All right, let me pick up this food. I always think it's so interesting to see people at work, especially in these type of work environments. Let's see how long it takes to get some customer service at Burger King. It probably is going to take a while. So I always mark down on the DoorDash app, could not get help from employees, because it always takes forever to get some help around here. Ooh, they got the Mandalorian stuff out. Did you guys see that? The Mandalorian. I gotta catch the Mandalorian as soon as it comes out. I haven't seen Mortal Kombat yet, but I'm gonna see it as soon as it already came out. I'm gonna see it as soon as I can. How you doing?
It's coming.
Appreciate it. And this is the inside of BK. Let's see how long it takes to get the food. Sorry for the wait. Oh, I thought that was me. It says I have until 9:17 to pick up this order, and it's 9:15, so hopefully they get it ready pretty quick. I think that's my order right there, hopefully. This order is for like $8, and I think it's about 7 to 10 minutes away. Hopefully it's not too far. Thanks, Luca. I try my best with the singing. Luca, you gotta be one of the most positive people I've ever met. I love that. This BK is completely empty. Oh, is that mine? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You too, man. Hi, we're gonna go deliver this order now. I just got it picked up, and I am gonna make some extra money this week because I need about $200 extra that I need that I can spend on video games. I know it sounds bananas that I need $200 extra to spend on video games, but I do. The last thing I want to do is argue with my girl about the fact that I'm going to spend $200 on the game this weekend. She'll flip out and be really, really upset about that. But it is what it is, and I do need $200. Because I want to get that level 40 Michael Jordan as soon as it comes out. And then I want to get maybe a 51 pack box, but I know for sure I want to get that Michael Jordan on day one. Day one, I'm going to get that Jordan. I want to run with that Michael Jordan card for the remainder of this game. When I say that running with that Michael Jordan card, having the chance to run with it for the next 3 months or plus, the next maybe even 4 months, when I say that's going to be so much fun having that card for that long of a time, that's going to be amazing to have that card for 4 months in my starting lineup and be able to enjoy a GOAT card for that long and have that much time with it and able to enjoy it. That's going to be extremely fun. So I'm getting that card on day one. What up, Jacob? But I'm super excited about the start of Season 7, and I'm kind of at a loss for words because last year they had a really good level 40, which was GOAT Dr. J. The year before that, it was GOAT Derrick Rose. But to me, this is the best one ever. This is the best GOAT card they've given us for a level 40 for absolutely free, no money spent. And this definitely has to be the biggest name that they've given us. Like, I don't think they've ever given us a name this big. And I'm absolutely loving it. I love the fact that they gave us MJ. So, I think that's a huge W by 2K. The fact that they gave us Michael Jordan. You can't ask for anything more. They just gave us the 2 best players to ever play the game in LeBron James and Michael Jordan in the last 2 weeks. So in the last 2 weeks, we got LeBron in packs, and now this week we're going to get MJ as the level 40 reward. I also can't wait to see what the first promo of season 7 is gonna be like. Who's gonna be the GOAT in that promo? Is it gonna be KD? You know, I'm hoping it's gonna be something like Kareem or Hakeem. But this season 7 is starting off really good. I have to admit, it's starting off really, really good. Now this night isn't starting off too good. I got a ping already, but it's raining a little bit, and I hate dealing with the rain. But I'm super excited about the way season 7 is starting. I'm super excited now to find out what's gonna be the first promo of the season. And another thing I'm excited about is that the auction house, the prices are coming down dramatically. There's definitely been a huge market crash ever since they announced the news that Michael Jordan is gonna be the new level 40. There's definitely been a huge market crash since then. And I think the market is gonna continue to crash. You could expect your 100s, every 100 player that you've been wanting to play with, your Kareems, your Hakeems, your Karl Anthony Towns, your Magic Johnsons, those really expensive 100s that were out, expect them to be really cheap pretty soon. I'm talking about extremely, like, dog cheap. And you'll be able to get those cards just the way you're able to get Dark Matter cards for really cheap right now. The Invincibles are going to take a little bit of time to come down in price, but I can also picture the Invincibles coming down in price within the next 2 to 3 weeks, especially once 2K drops a Hall of Fame box that guarantees you an Invincible, and that's going to happen within the next 2 weeks. 2K has a certain routine, a certain script that they follow every year, and once you've been around the block with 2K for a while, you kind of start to recognize the patterns of when they drop cards and how and when they drop them. And for sure, within the next 2 weeks, expect a Hall of Fame box that is going to guarantee you an Invincible card in it. And then that's going to bring down the prices of the Invincibles. Now, the price of the GOAT cards won't come down until Season 8. But for sure, Season 7 is about tanking the market and getting the price on the Invincibles to come down even further. And 2K does a great job every year at getting the market to tank. They do a great job of every year getting that market to come down by the end of the game. As soon as Endgame gets here, 2K finds a way for that market to crash for sure. Okay, where are we going now? Okay, she said this customer actually says she's gonna be outside waiting for us, and it's a female. Let's see if she's a hottie. But she said she's gonna meet me out here by building 1, gate 2. Let's see if this is true. Sometimes you'll get like really smart customers that will meet you outside, like they know they're expecting food and they know they're expecting the person to deliver it, so they'll actually meet you outside, you know, by the time you get there or a little bit after you get there. Those are what I call customers with common sense, because that's what I would do.
Turn right.
In mobile play. Oh my gosh. You know, I don't know, the Dark Matters have come down so much. I don't know how it is on the mobile end because I don't play the mobile end. But on PlayStation 5, you can get the Dark Matters for like as low as 15,000 MT. Okay, here's the customer. How you doing? What's the order name?
Gibran.
Yep. Here you go, sir. And you have a good night. And that was that. We made $8 in 4 minutes. We picked up the Burger King. I think we had to wait for like 3 minutes. And then the drive time, the drop-off time on this order was like 5 minutes. So we just made $8 in 5 minutes. And that's what I mean. You take like 3 orders like that in like, you know, an hour, and you make like $25 in just that hour. So that was a good start to the night. But I do need to make 2. I want to be able to get the level 40 on day 1, and I want to be able to also get maybe a Hall of Fame box on day 1. So we're gonna see what we can do, and we're definitely gonna have that money ready for Friday, which is just 2 days away, 48 hours away. I'm excited. I'm gonna be out here all night, you know, for the next 2 days, because I'm stacking up that money. I don't want to hear no arguing with my girl about, oh, you spent $200 on the game. You know what, $200? Yeah, I know what $200 is a lot, and it does buy a lot. It buys a lot of groceries and all of that stuff. But I'm gonna make some spare cash that doesn't come out of my checking or my savings or my paychecks. It just is gonna be coming out of what I call spare cash. Spare cash that I spend on video games. So I can't wait for this week to be over with, and I can't wait for the new season to start. But guys, we're in Orlando, we're in Orange County, and it's another day of being on the roads, picking up food, dropping it off, and trying to make some extra spare money. What I like to call my secret hidden money from my girl, money that my girl doesn't know about. But hopefully this night gets busy, and it stays busy. The last few days have been really busy. I'm not sure if today's gonna be as busy as the last few days, because it's usually pretty dead on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. For some reason this job goes a little bit dead in the middle of the week. But it should pick up. And then I'm also excited about the NBA playoffs. It looks like we're gonna have Wemby and the Spurs meeting up, and Oklahoma City meeting against each other. You know, that's for sure, I think, gonna happen. I don't know who's gonna come out of that series, the Spurs or Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City has taken some L's this year against the Spurs, and the Spurs have, you know, what Oklahoma City doesn't have. Well, actually, no, Oklahoma City does have a big man that can guard Wemby. My bad, let me take that back. Oklahoma City actually has one thing that no other team has. They have a 7'1" Chet that could actually guard Wemby and slow him down at times. You can't stop Wemby, you can just hope to contain him. Yeah, on PlayStation 5, on PlayStation, you can find Dark Matters for as cheap as 15,000 MT. Dark Matters on PlayStation 5 don't go for any more than like, unless it's like a Wemby or like a King James or something like that. But most of the Dark Matters are pretty affordable now. They're pretty cheap. I can't say any of the Dark Matters are actually really expensive at all anymore on PlayStation 5. The 100s have even come down. Now you can get a 100. Most of them are less than 500,000. You know, unless it's like, I'm trying to think, are there any really expensive 100s left? I can't think of any really expensive 100s. Most of them have come down in price. So I think that's a good way for the game to be. The game has to force the auction house to come down even further, and that's a good way to end things when it comes to the auction house. You see, right there, Nero just proved it. Everything is coming down right now. Everything is crashing down because the announcement that Code MJ is coming. So if the company is going to be this giving, this rewarding towards the end, you know they're going to be giving out a lot of good free stuff. If you have any sellable cards, sell your cards now. Because I'm telling you, in the next 3 seasons, 2K is going to be giving away so much free, no money spent stuff. Stuff that's going to be really easy to get. Stuff that's going to be really good. Expect some really good stuff in the exchange. Expect a really good Season 7 mode completion reward. So if you have any cards that are sellable, anything, sell them now, because you're going to need your MT. MT is going to be king in Season 7. And in Season 7, you could expect 2K to be giving out a lot of good, free, no money spent stuff. The prizes, the rewards are going to be really good in Season 7. The cards that they give you for absolutely free, is gonna be really good in season 7. So save your MT, stack it up, and sell everything in your collection, especially your sellable players. Sell them now because the players are gonna go down in price big time. The market is gonna absolutely tank. The market is gonna sink quicker than the Titanic. That's how quick it's gonna tank. So sell your cards and get rid of them now. They're gonna be worthless going into season 7. Right now is not a time to buy. It is a time to sell and unload your cards and then hold on to your MT for the start of season 7. Getting a free GOAT card with 3, I think there's even 4 months left in the game. Getting a GOAT card this early into the year is definitely going to tank the market and bring it down. Because now nobody's going to have to buy a point guard no more. No one's going to have to buy a shooting guard anymore. You're going to have GOAT MJ at your point guard or at your shooting guard, and you're not going to need to buy one no more. So, what I would do is I would sell any cards, especially any point guard or any shooting guard. I would sell that card ASAP because, they're going to come down in price. No one's going to need to buy a point guard or a shooting guard from the auction house. Unless it's a player you really want. But most people are going to say, hey, I have GOAT MJ playing my point or playing my 2 guard. So that alone is going to crash the market. And the fact that they're giving us a level 37 or level 35 is going to be Invincible Ben Wallace. That's going to bring down the market even further on bigs because now you got a free big. And also there's going to be a 100 overall Steph Curry, which can play point guard and shooting guard. Again, that's going to bring down the price on point guards and shooting guards. Every tier is going to bring them down. It doesn't matter what tier it is. All the point guards and shooting guards are going to come down because they're going to give you a 100 Steph and a GOAT MJ in your level 40 rewards. I'll be back, guys. Yeah, I almost forgot about that Steph. So, believe me, guys, save your MT, stack it up. The cards are going to come down in price big time. Alright, guys, you are going into McDonald's with me because these people are so slow and stupid that I get here, I tell them that I've got an order, and for some reason they don't have the order up on the screen and they need my phone to see what the order is. It's ridiculous. So we are going into McDonald's. But yeah, guys, I'm completely excited about season 7.
With the camera.
Alright, hopefully it doesn't take too long to get this order. And this is Mickey D's. It says I can pick up this order. I have until 9:36 and it's 9:35, so I need this order within the next minute for it to count as on time. Hopefully we get this order on time. But it doesn't matter if it's McDonald's or BK. There's always something holding up the orders. It kind of sucks. No problem. Hi. It says the order is coming up. It's probably gonna take a minute or two. Just gonna wander around the Mickey D's because I noticed that anytime you record, it tends to get people nervous for some reason. It like makes people mad nervous just to be on YouTube or some shit. Yo, what up, Angelo? Oh, you can get Alonzo Mourning for like 100K now, probably. There's gonna be so many good 100s that until I get a full starting GOAT lineup, I'm gonna load my team up with a bunch of good 100s. I'm gonna get 100 Kareem for the cheap. I'm gonna get Hakeem on the cheap. I'm gonna try to get Magic Johnson on the cheap. And until I get a full lineup, a full starting 5 of GOATs, I'm gonna make my line. I'm gonna surround MJ with the best 100s I can get, or the best Invincibles I can get for on the cheap. But those 100s, they're gonna become the new Dark Matters, and they're gonna have the same price and the same values that the Dark Matters currently have. They're gonna come down crashing in price. So hold on to your MT and just wait for that season 7 to start, when you can get those 100s for super cheap. And even if 2K has priced you out from getting the Invincibles or the GOATs, you're gonna be able to get some dirt cheap 100s, some really good cards, and you're gonna be able to run them for the end of the year. You're gonna be able to run them as endgame cards because they are endgame type of cards. No. So I would just save and stack up your MT, and like I said, wait for the market to crash even further. And when you see the 100s, when they finally come down to the price you feel comfortable paying for them, load up your team with a bunch of 100s. You know, don't wait for the Invincibles to come down in price further, and don't wait for the Ghosts to come down in price. Buy what you can afford and have fun with them right now. And that's what I'm gonna do. Soon as I see that price come down on Magic, on Hakeem, on Kareem, I'm picking those cards up, and I'm gonna surround MJ with the best team ever. And then when the Invincibles finally come down in price, I'll upgrade and improve my team. And then finally, when I can get a whole lineup of GOATs, I'll be ready for it. I got 15 mil MT. Okay, they should be done here soon. Shouldn't take them that much longer. But it's not even busy. I can understand if they were busy taking so long, but it's not even busy. It's coming. Thanks, I appreciate it. What they don't understand is that when they give me the order late, and then I'm running late to drop off the order, and then that goes against me and my app. You know, I'm sure they're gonna get me the food at their leisurely time and all, but you know, I need it on time, not at their leisurely time. And it doesn't matter if it's McDonald's, BK, or Wendy's. It's always the same crappy ass slacker service. There used to be a day where like you walk into like a BK or a Wendy's, and like you got like really good actual customer service, like people greeting you as soon as you come in, people getting you your food as soon as possible. You didn't get a bunch of attitude because you're asking people to do their jobs and get you your food on time. Now you go into a place like McDonald's and you ask them, you know, to try to get your food on, you know, on time. They give you a bunch of attitude, and the whole fucking service and the whole experience just sucks ass. And then they want you to pay like $10 for a fucking Happy Meal of genetically engineered modified food on top of the bad customer service. It's ridiculous. So I just gotta sit here and wait, and that kind of slows down the whole process of me making money as quickly and as easily as possible. You know, I want to make the money quick and easy, not fucking 2 hours later. Okay, I think my order is ready. And it's 4 minutes late. Let's get out of here. Let's get to the next one. Okay. But yeah, that's my plan, is until I can get like a full lineup of GOATs, I'm going to surround that GOAT MJ by some of the best cards ever. Some of the best 100s that are still really good and still really playable. I'm going to put Akeem, I'm going to run Akeem at the 4. I'm most likely going to keep Shaq at the 5. But I'm going to, hold on guys. I'm going to run Akeem at the 4. I'm going to most likely keep Shaq at the 5. I don't know who I'm going to run at my 3, but I'm definitely going to run MJ at the 2, and then I'm going to run Magic Johnson at the 1. But I'm definitely getting Akeem Olajuwon. I'm definitely going to pick up Magic Johnson. And the game is about to get extremely fun, guys. It's going to get really fun for the next, I want to say 4 months. Just because they gave us a level 40 Michael Jordan card for absolutely free, no money spent, basically. Hold on, guys. It's a little bit rainy out here today, so sorry about like the view, but it is rainy out here today. And this order is 7 minutes away, and I think we're getting another $8 out of this. So not a bad night, not a bad start. My whole motivation for the next 2 days is to stay out here for as long as possible. Make some extra spare cash. Some petty cash that my wife is not going to notice is missing. That she's not going to notice is gone from the checking or from the savings. Spare cash that I have hidden away, like my little secret stash. And I'm going to get the level 40 MJ. On day 1, the first minute it comes out, I'm getting that card. And then, hopefully, if there's a good promo this Friday, I'll probably rip a 51-pack box if it's worth getting. And what I mean by it's worth getting, are they going to give us a 100 overall topper? If the 51-pack box come season 7 still has a dark matter topper, I will not buy it. If the Hall of Fame box has just a guaranteed 100 in it, I will not buy it. I will not buy a Hall of Fame box. Oh, there was an accident across the street, guys. If the Hall of Fame box does not guarantee an invincible, I will not buy it. And if the 51-pack box doesn't give you a sellable 100, I won't buy it. I wouldn't even touch it. I'm not going to go near it. But if they give us a sellable 100 for the topper and a guaranteed invincible in the Hall of Fame box, believe me, I'm going to drop $100 every week until I load up with a whole fucking squad of invincibles around that GOAT MJ. Yo, I really appreciate you still watching the stream, my dude. I really do appreciate that. I really appreciate everyone that's been hanging out, watching the streams, being a part of the streams, being a part of the chat, liking up the stream, and just hanging out with me while I'm at work. I'm so obsessed with basketball and like NBA, and then also MYTEAM because it's a basketball video game. I love it that it's a fantasy basketball video game that allows you to build the ultimate squad. I love squad building games like that. I'm really glad that you guys just hang out and just listen to me to talk and rant on about the game that I love, which is basketball. And I love watching it. I love playing it. I love playing basketball video games, and I could talk about hoops all night. The only reason why I'm not talking about the NBA playoffs right now is because my Lakers are out of it. LeBron got swept like a little bitch. And once my team gets, once my team gets eliminated from the playoffs, it kind of like unmotivates me to watch it and keep up with it as much. I'm still going to keep up with it because I love Oklahoma City. I love the Spurs. I think they have two great up-and-coming teams with some really good players and a lot of good depth, a lot of good talent on their team. I also love the New York Knicks, and I would love to see the New York Knicks finally win it. So I am going to keep up with the playoffs. It's just that today I'm just too excited about what the game is actually doing for once. You know, the game is actually, and I always tell people, hey, the first half of the game sucks when it first comes out. Seasons 1, 2, and 3 are so lame and boring. You got to spend a lot of money to get amethyst and diamonds and pink diamond cards that don't make it till the end of the game, till the end of the cycle, and they become a waste of money eventually because you wasted so much money to acquire them. And then seasons 4, 5, and 6 are usually pretty mid. They drop some good galaxy opals, they drop some good dark matters, but the game doesn't really get good until they drop the 100s, and the 100s start to finally come down in price. And that's at the stage of the game we're in. You know, they gave us all the 100 invincibles. They just gave us a free GOAT level 40, and they made sure the market is crashing. The game is here, and this is when the game gets really good. This is when the game gets really exciting and fun, and to give out a lot of good free stuff, so this way, and they can get you ready for 2K27 in hopes to get you to do the pre-order on that game. And I have to say, I was pretty upset the last 2 days at the way the game has been going, but I'm completely excited and hyped up about it and real happy. I don't even care about that that pre-order PG-13 anymore. If I can't get that PG-13 anymore, that's fine. I'm gonna get the GOAT MJ. That's gonna be my starting shooting guard right there. That's my starting shooting guard right there for the rest of the year. Like, I don't care what anyone says. The only thing that would make me replace MJ is getting a GOAT Kevin Durant that could play the 2. And we probably won't get him until like season 8 or the end of season 7. But the fact that we got a GOAT MJ coming this Friday in 48 hours, we got a GOAT MJ coming this weekend. That's crazy. That's phenomenal. The fact that you're gonna get them and be able to put them in your starting lineup and only have to buy 4 GOATs, that's gonna be great. And I've got 14.7 million. That 14.6, 14.7 mil, and the fact that we got a GOAT MJ, and that I only have to buy now 4 more GOATs for the starting lineup, that completely ensures me that I have enough MT to get a GOAT starting lineup as soon as they drop enough players. That's all I'm waiting for them, is to drop enough players now. But I definitely have enough for a GOAT starting lineup, and I can't wait to I can't wait to play Showdown with that lineup. I can't wait to play people from the chat with that lineup. I'm gonna be ready to play some people now. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I just want to kind of get this, I kind of just want to make a good amount of money today, get the night over with, and just start stacking up some money so I can be ready for this weekend, ready to spend on the game. There's no reason for me to rush home. I already hit 200 wins in Showdown. There's no challenges left to complete. So I'm just going to stay out here and work and make that money I need for the game. Okay, the location is on the right-hand side. I don't know why they don't ever make like house numbers more visible. Like, house numbers should be like in big, like fluorescent green like numbers or some shit. Okay, this is the house. I'm gonna go drop this off real quick. I'll be back in 2 seconds, guys. Oh, you are so lucky, Luca. Angel, I want to say that they need to make the rewards better in almost every single mode. Not only just breakout, Showdown is such a sweaty mode where you encounter so many tryhards. They need to make that mode way more rewarding. They need to make the prizes way better. and more rewarding. Salary cap is such a dead mode, and it's because it doesn't give out any good prizes. It's so unrewarding. If you want to bring that mode back to life, they need to put better prizes and better rewards in it. The breakout board, it's a really good mode. It could be better if it had better prizes. It's such an easy casual mode for your average fans, and so many people play it. If they just put better prizes in it, even like comp players would go there to get the better prizes. So almost all around the board, like almost everything needs to be improved as far as like prizes and rewards go. The only thing that I feel like is really rewarding, but it's very boring, is damnation. Oh, I meant domination. Damnation is so boring, but it does pay out really good as far as MT badges goes and like players at the end. It is very rewarding. But that's the only mode that's really rewarding. Okay, my main goal also today is I gotta be on time with these orders, because the last few days since I've been streaming and trying to do the job and keep up with the chat, I've been a little bit late on orders, and I don't want my rating to fall down. So let me see if I've been on time. Okay, it looks like I've been on time so far. Let me double check again. All right, so far it looks like everything has been on time, and that is good. But yeah, super excited. In the next 48 hours, I'm not gonna get much sleep, because I'm just gonna be thinking about like what I should be doing with my MT, what should I be doing with my lineup. And I know I take the game a bit too seriously, because I absolutely love basketball, and I love games where you could build like a fantasy squad, a fantasy lineup, and that's what 2K is. It presses every single button for me as far as it goes with video games. It like presses every button. It like makes me so OCD about the game. Like I just constantly get obsessed with it, and I could think about the game all day, all night, and I could think about basketball all day and night. The GOAT debate is constantly in my head, and me and my friends are constantly talking about it or talking about the game. So it's a huge part of my life, and I spend a lot of time revolved around basketball and the game and the video game, stuff like that. So I am probably like not gonna sleep good the next 2 days, because if it was a crappy level 40, like I would have just been like, oh, that's that, guys, who cares, you know. But now I'm really actually excited and hyped up, and that's what 2K needs to do. 2K needs to get the community excited and hyped up about the game. That's the only way you're gonna get people to come back to the game. That's the only way you're gonna get the community to grow again and be what it used to be. Back in the days in 2K like 16, 17, if somebody was streaming this game or made a video on it, the game would get like 100,000. The video would get like 100,000 views. Now a MYTEAM video is lucky to get 6,000-7,000 views. So we need to bring it back to its peak days and to its glory days. And if 2K wants to attract people back to the game, they need to be more rewarding. They need to give more stuff for free and be more of a no money spent game. They can't be so greedy in such hard economical times. People don't have $100 a week to spare on the game. You know, I'm lucky I do. People don't have $100 for the pro pass and the level skips. They gotta grind that shit out to level 40. So they have to do more. They have to be willing to be more giving and more understanding that there's a huge part of the community that loves this game and plays this game, and they don't have the kind of money that 2K wants out of them, and they need to give some stuff for free. And this Michael Jordan at level 40, that's a huge W. That's one of the best things I've ever seen this company do, ever. It's one of the biggest W's from this company ever. Damn shame I have. Oh man, Nero, I know, man, that is a damn shame. That is. And I wish I would have met you in the beginning of the year, and I would have told you, I would have gave you the warning, like, hey man, NBA 2K8 on the computer does not have a big community. It does not have a big community at all on the computer. So it's always hard to find showdown games. It's always hard to find King of the Court games, and it's always hard to find people at the park. And I would have told you, like, hey, you got to get this game on PlayStation 5 or you got to get this game on Xbox. But it is not a game that you want to get on the computer due to, like, it having no crossplay. And I could have sworn that this year they were going to have crossplay, but I guess they didn't. Yeah, my career is pretty busy, like, no matter what. Like, either on any console, my career is always busy. But for my team, which I want to say that my team, I feel like the community has shrunk in the last 2 years since 2K25. I could just imagine that on the computer, it's got to be hard to find games at the park or in Showdown. Yo, what up, hot dog? Yo, I'm glad everyone's here, man. I'm really glad I have you guys to hang out with while I'm at work and stuff, you know. I'm always really bored at work looking for something to do, or, you know, somebody to talk to, or somebody to, like, basically just keep me company and prevent me from getting lonely. Because this job is pretty boring and pretty lonely. You're just out here by yourself in the car for like 5 to 6 hours. And today I have to work a lot of hours. And the next 2 days I have to make good money because A, I need to get Bud. B, I need to get that level 40 reward Michael Jordan on day 1 as soon as they drop it. And I'm gonna need about $200 to spend on the game, and at the very least 100. I could understand if the Friday promo isn't that good. If, let's say, if the Friday promo, they put LeBron James back in it and not a new GOAT, and then I'm gonna say, okay, I might not get this promo. I don't need $100 to rip a 51-pack box, but I definitely still need $100 to get Michael Jordan level 40 on day 1, minute 1. I want that card, so I'm excited about that. I am the biggest Michael Jordan fan out there. I've been a Michael Jordan fan since I was a kid. I've been a Kobe fan since I was a kid, and this is a card that I want to get. This is a card I see me playing for the whole year. Yep, I'm doing some DoorDash. What I do is during the day, I pick up people. Like during the day, and when I hit $200 on Uber and Lyft, that's when I kind of switch over to DoorDash, because you could only do an 8-hour shift on Uber and Lyft, and then they want you to get off the road. They don't want you put it in more than 8 hours of work because they feel like it's unsafe for a person to drive for more than 8 hours a day. So after I put in like 6-8 hours on Uber and Lyft, I switch over to Uber Eats and DoorDash, and then I just make some, what I call some overtime money, some spare cash, some petty cash that I could spend without my girl getting upset that it's taken away from bills or, you know, checkings and savings. So this is my way of making spare money that I could spare on the game and not feel bad about it, not feel guilty that I wasted money on a video game, which no one should be having to spend this much money on a video game. And it is a crying shame that this game requires so much money to play, just to play it on a weekly, you know. And I'm not even talking about on a monthly basis. This is not like a monthly bill. 2K, you have to spend money on a weekly basis just to stay up to date on the game, just to keep up with the newest cards, the newest tier, the highest tier. So I don't chase the cards anymore like I used to in 2K24 and 25, this year I've just kind of taken a step back, and I really play with whatever 2K gives me for free, no money spent. And then I plug in the gaps and the holes that I have to. I fill in the holes and the gaps with my MT, because I do have 15 million MT. So like, for example, like if when they dropped the grind for greatness, and you know, they gave us so many good free dark matters, I didn't have that many spots that many positions that I had to fill up, and I only had to buy like 2 more players, and I had a whole like lineup of dark matters. So I give whatever 2K gives me for free, and then I plug in the holes here and there, and that helps me save up my MT, and it helps me stretch out my MT. But as long as I'm winning with the cards that 2K gives me, I'm happy, until the Invincibles and the GOATs come out. Then when the Invincibles and the GOATs come out, that's when I say, hey, now I want the cards that I really want, and now I have the MT to buy whatever cards I want. My gosh, Nero, that is crazy work. And I'm not going to say, Nero, that's crazy, and I'm not going to sit here and make you feel bad, because in 2K24, my gosh, there were times where I was spending $1,000 a week on the game. And you know, I hate to admit this, but that led to so many problems with me and my girl and our relationship. To this day, my girl is still upset with how much money I spent on 2K24 and then 25. There were days where I would spend, I remember during All-Star weekend, I dropped like $500 to $700 that weekend in 2K24. There could be easily days where I would come home from work and spend $200, spend all the money I made at work, and spend $200 on 20-pack boxes, and just rip all the money I had, you know, in my, just that I made. And unfortunately that year, that took a huge dip out of my savings. I had a lot of money in my savings before 2K24, and 2K24 took a lot of money out of my savings. And to this day, I'm still paying off some of my credit card bills from 24. I'm still like, my bank account, my savings is still recuperating from 2K24 and 25. But everything's getting better. Everything's looking on the up and up. I got most of my bills paid off from 24 and 25. And my savings is almost back to what it used to be. But, you know, so this game does take a huge chunk out of your pockets, a huge chunk out of your savings. And it's sad that this game is so expensive to play, and it does piss me off when I think about it. It does sadden me when I think about it. So I try not to think about it, Nero. I never try to think about how much money I've spent on the game recently or in total. And I never check. You know how you could check on PlayStation or Xbox? To this day, I've never gone back to my Xbox, and I've never checked on how much in total I spent on 2K24. Because it's got to be like in the, maybe like over $5,000, you know, on 24. So I always say, you know, try to be responsible when you're spending on the game. Try to spend, you know, try to be precautious and try to spend responsibly and reasonably. But there's just times, and it always happens in the beginning of the season. In the beginning of every season, I always need $100 for the new promo, and I always need $100 for the level 40. So in the beginning of every season, I'm always dropping $200. This 10 seasons, that's $2,000 a year just to play the game. Just for you to rip one promo per season, and just for you to get the level 40 per season. It will cost you $2,000 to play this game. And let's say if you just want to do each season just the level 40, you just want to get the level 40, you know, the pro pass and the level skips, that will cost you $1,000 a year just to do the pro pass and the level skips every season. This game is very costly, very expensive. I don't know any kids, unless they're driving their parents broke, that can play this game. No kid should be playing. No person under 18 or 16 that doesn't have a job should be playing this game. It's a highway robbery, and it is the biggest scam of all time. 2K has got to be laughing at us as they as they dash to the bank. Oh, Nero, you are so lucky. You are one lucky person that you have a video gaming wife. Oh my gosh, man, that sounds like a dream come true. Unfortunately, I am not retired. I'm not there yet. But you know, me and my wife, we live pretty comfortably. We got a good amount of money. We got more than enough to save. More than enough to put into savings and pay bills. I have my house paid off. I don't have any rent or any mortgage, so all I have is house bills. But I do have an 8-year-old son, and kids require a lot of money. He eats me out of food and home. And my wife just doesn't like the idea of spending this much money, this much cash on video games. And it's not something you could hold on to past a year. Because, you know, a year later, they turn off the servers. They take the game away from you. And now, what did you spend your money on? You don't have any kind of anything hard and solid that you could hold on to in your hands. She doesn't mind if I spend money on comic books. She doesn't mind if I spend money on basketball cards. She doesn't mind if I spend money on collecting Jordans, because those are attainable objects that you have in your hand that you could resell and flip at any moment. Whenever you get tired of those sneakers, or you don't want that comic book or that basketball card, you can make money off of them. You know, she doesn't mind me spending money on like the things that I'm into, like collectible wise, but she hates the fact that I'm spending money on fake digital cards that don't go up in value and have no real life resale value. And that in a year later, you got to start all over again, rebuy the cards from, you know, from the amethyst tier to the diamond tier, and then work your way back up to the gold. And that you got to restart the spending every year. And the cards that you already bought and that you spent thousands of dollars to get are no longer any good. They're not useful. The game is whack and the servers are shut down, and it's time for you to start over. She doesn't like the fact that every year I got to restart the cycle, and every year, you know, your money goes to waste because a year later they shut down the servers and you can no longer play that game or even use those cards that you spent so much money to attain. That's what she doesn't like about the game. And I have to agree, those are the things I don't like about the game. I don't think MYTEAM is a game that has to come out every year. There is never that much change in graphics. There's never that much change in gameplay and game mechanics. I think 2K, MYTEAM, and just NBA2K in general, the basketball game, is a game that should come out every 2 years. And that's it. And maybe once a year you refill like a subscription to continue playing the game. You have to resubscribe. But it should not be a game that comes out every year where you got to pre-order it for $200 and then start from the beginning again and have to buy your cards. It should be that 1 year you have to collect the cards, the next year you get to enjoy the cards. But it should not be like, you know, that after you get the GOAT cards, 3 months later, you have to restart again from the very beginning. That is really annoying. And that is one of the things I don't like about the game. And that is one of the things that I feel like should be changed about the game. Maybe it should be a game that comes out like maybe once a year. I mean, once every 2 years. And we shouldn't have to restart the cycle. Or like, there should be a way that we can transfer over our MT, our VC. There should be a way that we should be able to transfer over some of the cards that we spent thousands of dollars to acquire. Okay, guys, I'll be back. I guess I'll take you guys with me. But you are so lucky, Nero, to have a video gaming wife. My girl is not into video games. That's the last thing that she even wants to do nowadays. When I first met her, she used to be a gamer, but she hasn't been a gamer in forever. And that's the last thing she even wants to hear about is video games. She absolutely hates the fact that I got back into video games and that I own a PlayStation 5 and that it takes so much time away from her. I always make sure to have time for my kid, but due to the PlayStation 5 and MYTEAM, I gotta admit that sometimes I fall short on some time and my wife gets a little bit neglected. Yes, I am picking up. Thanks, appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And I gotta admit that sometimes paying attention to my wife, that kind of has fallen by the wayside. And she does get a bit neglected at times because I'm so busy with either my kid or the game. And when I'm not with my kid, I'm gaming. And when I'm not gaming, I'm either with my kid or sleeping or working. So I gotta admit that sometimes, I do feel like she is getting the short end of the stick and being a little bit neglected. And I do gotta, put more time aside for her. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I think I've got another order in this plaza. Yep, I got another order in this plaza, so let's go to the second place. This is a plaza for mostly the UCF kids. They got everything here from like Taco Bell to Bar Louie. So it's a really nice area, a really nice location. They got the real fancy Taco Bell called Taco Bell Cantina. But it is a real nice area. My girl's calling. Let me see what she wants. Hello, baby? What's going on? Okay, baby, I'm at work right now, and I'm also streaming. So the last thing I need for you to do is call me in the middle of work, in the middle of a stream, to ask me what happened with chocolate pretzels. If they're not at the house, that obviously means I ate them, baby. I most likely ate some of them. Okay, I gotta go. Okay, hey, I gotta go because I'm picking up orders, and I can't, confirm the order if I'm on the phone with you. That's my wife, and she likes to bother me about the most ridiculous things while I'm at work. Today was, where are the chocolate pretzels? They're all missing. If you can't find the chocolate pretzels, and they're all missing, and they're no longer in the pantry, that means I must have ate them, or someone must have ate them. You shouldn't be calling me at work acting like it's a major priority. But I'm at Nature's Table, and I'm picking up this order now. Let's see how long it takes. But this is like a really good, healthy, like organic place to eat. They serve nothing but like super healthy stuff. How you doing? Got an order for Emma? Yes. Okay, this looks like it's gonna take a while. Might be here for a bit waiting on this order. The goal is for me to try to be in and out of these places. Oh, that's the order? Yes.
Yeah, 3 chocolate chips.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. The goal for me is to be in and out of these places as quickly as possible, so this way I'm not late with my delivery. Okay, we got the order. We're good to go. It's a double order, and that's why it was so much. It's, I think, $11, and the trip is gonna be about 12 minutes to drop off both these orders. So that's not too bad. You can make $11 in 12 minutes. I say that's pretty good. But this whole plaza is basically for the UCF students. It's a really, really nice plaza, and then there's some student living over here. And it's pretty nice, pretty cool out here. They make it look really nice for these UCF kids because these UCF kids are paying a ton of money to go to this college. And there is about 95,000 students on campus every year now. So they got this really, really nice student living because the college, and this whole nice plaza, because the college is able to afford it, to provide it. Because they make so much damn money off of the students. All right, I'm gonna set the phone back up, and then we're gonna be on our way to our next trip. But yeah, my girl over there calls me about chocolate-covered pretzels. I'm like, hey, I'm at work. I'm trying to pick up an order and make money and stream at the same time, and you're over here calling me about chocolate-covered pretzels. Like, obviously, if they're not there, and you can't find them in the pantry, and you didn't eat them, and our boy didn't eat them, and my mom didn't eat them all, is, you know, common sense tells you, hey, they're gone because, you know, Indie ate them all. So I can't believe she calls me with such like utter nonsense at times, just for like that shouldn't be a priority at all. Okay, I'm gonna charge up the phones for a little bit because they need some charging. I don't want any of the phones to go dead today. That has been happening to me the last 2 days. And like it gets on my nerves because I'll put both of the phones on the charger before I go to bed. And then by the time I wake up, both of the phones are off the charger because everyone in the house wants to use them because my girl refuses to buy more than 2 chargers. And then when I get to my phones, they're on like 50%. And I'm like, hey, I need both phones fully charged for this job. You know, to stream and to fucking pick up orders. So we're on our way to order number 2. And let's get things going. So far, every order today has been on time, and I want to keep it like that because the last 2 days, I was not on my A game. I was not hustling. I was kind of slacking, and my on-time percentage dropped from 85 to 80, and I'm gonna try to get it back up to 90. That's what keeps you in good standings with these companies. Companies like Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, they want to see you picking up the customers on time. They want to see you dropping things off on time. They want everything to be on time and on point. And if your ratings start to go down, and that's how you lose, you know, positioning in the algorithms. That's how they kind of they don't ever fire you, but eventually the algorithms stop, you know, calling you for deliveries. They stop calling you to pick up people. And that's what happens when you're not like on time and you have good ratings. So you always want to make sure everything's on point and on time with these app jobs. But I appreciate everyone that's hanging out. If everyone could click like and sub up, it makes my night. I also want to tell you guys a little story. My son has been streaming on my platform, on my YouTube channel. And he was like, Dad, do you mind if I stream some Roblox? And I was like, well, let's see how that goes. I was like, you can stream some Roblox, go for it. I didn't think anything good was going to come of it. I didn't think he was going to have like any sort of success because I've never played anything on this channel besides MYTEAM. And he started 2 days ago. And on his first live stream, he got 1,200 views, 1,200 views. And then today he did his second live stream. And mind you, these were only 30-minute live streams because I was not going to let him stream for like an hour or two and exert himself or like have to deal with like trolls or talking to adults. But on his second live stream, he got 778 views so far. And it's completely blowing me away. I'm so proud of him. He has been really excited about it, really hyped up, and really working hard at it. So, you know, I'm going to continue letting him do it because he's showing like so much effort into it and so much energy. And he's been real happy with this. So I'm going to let him continue streaming some Roblox on this channel when he wants to. I'm not going to push him to do it. But if he tells me, hey, Dad, I want to spark up the stream, I'm going to let him do it. And he's been really doing good, real successful. And I'm really happy and really proud of him. Because I feel like going into the future, you know, everybody needs some sort of social platform, whether it be YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, you know, Instagram, Twitter. You're going to need some sort of platform that has, you know, a good amount of viewers and subscribers to be able to accomplish anything in the future. I think in the future, your social your social platform is gonna matter. It's gonna help you get jobs. It's gonna help you develop a brand. It's gonna help you with marketing yourself. And I think everyone's gonna need a good platform in the future. And in the future, when I get too old to do this, I'll pass down this channel to my boy, to my son. Yo, thanks a lot, Luca. That's my main goal in life. My main goal in life is just to be the best dad I can be. It is not to be, you know, the wealthiest man. It's not to have all the riches in the world. I don't need a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. I don't need a mansion. I just need my son to be happy and healthy, and to him to live a happy, healthy, fortunate life, and for me to be able to provide, you know, some of the better things in life for him. So by the time he's 18, I want to make sure that he's able to go to college and concentrate on school. I want to make sure that I'm able to provide a house for him that's paid off the way my mother did for me. I want to make sure I got a car ready for him when he's 15 and he's able to drive, you know, and that's my goal in life, is just to make him happy and provide as much as I can for him and make him as happy as possible. And that's just my main goal in life. That's how much I love him, that he's become, you know, my main priority and my main goal. And I feel like every dad, every father should be that way with their kids. And if you're not, it's most likely you're a deadbeat dad. Your kids should be your number one main priority in life, and your main goal should be to make them happy and provide for them. If not, I feel like you failed as a parent. You know, I've seen too many parents that have come from like struggling homes, you know, from poverty, and once they had a kid, they made sure that they did nothing but work hard so they could provide a really good lifestyle, a really good happy lifestyle, and provide everything that they possibly could for their kid. So if my mom and dad were able to do it for me, and they grew up in the, you know, I gotta try my hardest to do it for my kid. All right, guys, I'm here at this first order. That took us like 3 minutes to get here, not even. Let me drop it off really quick, and I'll be back. I'll be back in 2 seconds, guys. Okay, I'm back. Now all we gotta do is get to the second part of this delivery and we'll be done. And like I said, it was $11 because it was 2 orders, but the orders were not far. This one took like 3 minutes to get to, so we already dropped off the first half of this order, and it's time to drop off the second part of this order. The second part of this order is pretty far. It is 15 minutes away. Now that's not too far, but for a DoorDash trip, it does seem pretty far. But for $11, you know, to take an order 15 minutes away for $11, I'll take that any day. And remember, guys, our goal is to get to $200 by this Friday, so I can get the Hall of Fame pass and the level skips, so I can get Michael Jordan on day 1. And we also want to maybe possibly have money to rip a Hall of Fame box. I'm only gonna rip it if it gives out a guaranteed invincible, and if it doesn't, I'll rip a 51 pack box only if it guarantees a 100. If neither of that is in the auction house, believe me, I'm not wasting money on the game. I'm just gonna get Michael Jordan and be done, and only spend $100 on the game. Yo, good luck, Luca. Have a good night. You take care, man. I appreciate you swinging through. I really do, fam. And stay positive, man. I love your energy. Luca's got some really good positive energy going on, and I just wish there was more people in the world like Luca. You know, nowadays the world is filled of too many fucking people that want to troll and, you know, just be all negative, toxic. So I really hate shit like that. But we are heading 15 minutes away. And guys, I'm pretty much in the UCF area right now. This is where all the student living is. Like I said, there's always like 95,000 students on UCF campus. And it always keeps me busy. Either I'm picking up a bunch of UCF students and dropping them off, or I'm picking up a lot of food and dropping it off to them. So this area will always keep you busy with work, because just because of the number of students in this one area on campus. Like I said, there's 95,000 students on campus every year. And I don't know when UCF, the college, became so popular, because academically, I don't think it's known for anything. And then sports-wise, I guess it's kind of known for the UCF Knights, the college football team. But it's really not even known for football. What this college is known for throughout the United States is that it is a party college. The partying does not stop with UCF. The kids, the fraternities, they start to party like on Thursday night, and the partying doesn't stop until Sunday morning. And then even on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays, I'll see like smaller parties being thrown at the fraternity house. I'm constantly picking up drunk ass fraternity kids on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at like a, you know, a little, what they call like a little party, but it's always like a huge, massive party anyways. But the partying does not stop on this, in this part of the town anymore. If you're near the college, if you're near UCF, you're gonna find a party almost every day of the week. But for sure, from Thursday through Sunday, this whole area is filled with nothing but UCF kids partying, fraternities throwing parties, and it gets pretty wild out here. So we're gonna drop off this order. We are 13 minutes away from dropping off this order, and then like I said, I'm gonna be out here all night trying to make that loot, trying to hit that 200. And guys, if you ever want to make a donation to the channel, hit that $bill sign, or you can just ask me for my PayPal. Actually, not my PayPal, Cash App or Zelle, and you guys can make a dono to the channel. I, for one, would really appreciate a dono, because I would love to open up a 51 pack box or some sort of Hall of Fame box this weekend. Like, I am itching to rip a box. I've been ripping packs all week. I have not gotten anything good from super packs. It doesn't matter if I'm spending $10 or $30 or even $50. I haven't gotten anything good from the packs. And I noticed on YouTube there hasn't been many people ripping any packs, either ripping the 51 pack box or even ripping the Hall of Fame box. There hasn't been much of that. But I'm just out here working, smoking up, getting high, and dropping off orders. And that's what I like about this job. There's no other job in the world that is going to allow you to sit there, smoke weed, get high as you're dropping off orders and making money at the same time. Plus, it's allowing me to stream at the same time also. You can't beat that with a bat. But this is my home sweet home of Orlando. And this is what I do at night. You know, instead of picking up people from the bars or the clubs and taking the chance that I'm going to pick up somebody that's going to be intoxicated and throws up in my car, at nighttime I just do DoorDash and Lyft. But I'm really hoping to muster up that money that I need for that Hall of Fame pass. I want that Michael Jordan so badly on day one. Matter of fact, I gotta call up my boy Chilongo2K and I gotta tell him about it. I gotta let him know. I gotta see if he's awake. Most of the time he's out here in Uber and stuff. Let's see if he's out here.
Please leave your message.
Oh, he didn't pick up.
4077336.
He might be home sleeping. He's another person that stays up all night gaming. He's always on my career. He used to be a MYTEAM player, but this year he was so disgusted and so disappointed with the greed from this company and how much it costs to play the game that instead of playing MYTEAM, he chose to just do the dip and go play my career. And that's what he's been doing all year, Chilongo2K. He's been playing my career. He's barely played any MYTEAM. He did come back for a little bit when they dropped Yaxel. He did pick up the 100 Yaxel and he did play with it for a little bit, but afterwards he went right back to my career. He has not been on MYTEAM all year. And I really do miss having Chilongo2K, you know, on my team and playing my team. He was asking me last night to play some park with them, but I had to get those 3 final showdown wins. So tonight, if he's awake, I'm gonna try to make sure that I run park with him and help him get those 10 wins he needs. He said he needed me to carry him to 10 wins. I can carry you to about 5-7 wins in a night, but some of those games you're gonna have to carry me to the win. So I'm gonna try to help him out tonight and see if I can get him to 10 wins. But that's what I've been doing, is just playing a lot of MYTEAM. I've been grinding the game almost every day now until like the wee hours of the morning. And now that I don't have to get any more wins in Showdown, I'm just gonna be going to bed a lot earlier. I'm gonna get my sleeping schedule fixed. I'm gonna get it back to normal, and I am not gonna be grinding out the game every day until fucking 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, grinding out that game, trying to get wins, trying to collect these prizes or rewards, trying to stack MT. I'm actually gonna like try to get back on a normal sleeping schedule and not be grinding the game out till like fucking the wee hours of the morning. Like, and I don't mind doing that because, you know, my boy is at school during the day and my girl is at work during the day. So I don't mind having a night job and sleeping during the day and then playing video games all night. But at times it does get boring. It does get a bit old and lonely. You know, that I go home and like everyone's asleep and I'm the only person in the house awake by myself. That does get old. And my son is about to finish school. Summer break is about to come up. And I want to be able to hang out with them and spend time with them and smother him and you know, just play with them and have fun and do the things he wants to do the things that make him happy. He's my main priority in life and my main concern. So this summer I just want to really focus in on him. You know, wake up, start playtime early. You know, maybe take him out to the pool or something like that, or take him out to the park, play some video games with them, play some Roblox, stream with them, and get into the things he wants to get into for the summer and make it all about his happiness. I'm all about like my son's happiness and well-being. So that's what I want to do this summer. And then of course, hopefully fit in some MYTEAM and fit in the things that I find entertaining and enjoyable. You know, as a parent, you always got to try to find some time to yourself where you could like find some peace and quiet and rest and relax and do the things you find entertaining and enjoyable. But he is always my first and main priority, and my main goal for the summer is just to keep him happy every minute, every second of the day, and do whatever he wants to do and take him wherever he wants to go. And just like really live it up for the summer. The only thing I hate about the summers in Orlando is that it is so hot during the summer that you really can't leave your house until like 6 p.m. You can't really do nothing until 6 p.m. You can't leave your house. You can't go to the store. You can't go to like the park, or you can go to the swimming pool, I guess, and that's about it. But during the summer, the temperature before like 6 p.m. could easily be anywhere from like 98 to 105. And you can catch a damn heat stroke trying to, you know, be Mr. Outdoors during the summertime. You gotta actually wait until like the evening time until you can go outside comfortably. But another cool thing about Orlando summers is that the sun does stay up until like 8:45 p.m. The sun is really up until 8:45 at night. So at 8:30 in Orlando, the sun is still up and it's still a bright sunny day. You know, so you could take your kid to the park at 7 o'clock in the evening and it not really matter because it stays sunny the whole day and shit. It really doesn't get dark until 8:45. But we are 9 minutes dropping off this order, and then I'm gonna see how much I've made so far. I did start really late today. I did start at like 9:15. It was another late day. I've been waking up really late. Like I said, my sleep schedule is completely off. My bad for the sound quality. If the sound quality has been a little bit off, my bad. But like I said, we got 8 minutes left for this order. We should be in 8 minutes, and then I'll be on to the next order. And I did start super late today. I didn't start until like 9, and I've only been out here an hour and a half. But like I said, my sleep schedule has been all over the place ever since I've been playing NBA2K26 MYTEAM. I've been playing the game until like the wee hours of the morning. Sometimes it's like 9:45 in the morning and I'm still on the game, trying to complete challenges or trying to stack up MT or trying to get showdown wins. It's like I'm completely addicted to the game and I can never get enough of it. And I'll play it all night and all morning until I go to bed. And then I'll sleep throughout the day, and then I'll wake up. I'll spend some time with my kid before I go to work. And then I start work super late. So I gotta get on a completely different like schedule. I gotta like get on a more normal schedule. I don't mind working nights. I love working nights, and I do love having the house to myself when I go home at night, having the whole house to myself because everyone's asleep by that time. My boy, my wife, my son, my mom's. And the only problem with that is that sometimes it does get a bit lonely and a bit boring. And you know, I start to miss my family and being the only person up at that time in the house. And it's cool to have the house to yourself at times, but at times it does get a bit boring and lonely. So I want to get on a different schedule where I could even maybe stream the game at a better time instead of streaming the game at 2 or 3 in the morning. Now again, I don't mind streaming the game at 2 or 3 in the morning because I love being a night owl and I love hanging out with my night owls that join me at the late night streams. But I'm sure my streams would do a lot better if I was streaming the game at like fucking 4 or 5 in the evening or 6 or 7 in the evening instead of streaming it so late. So hopefully now that my boy's getting out of school and he's on summer break, hopefully I'll get on a better sleep schedule and I'll be able to stream more consistently at like more normal hours. Because I want to get back into streaming video games. But I really appreciate everyone that's been hanging out. Guys, if we can get me to 10 likes, that'd be pretty cool. If we can get me to 10 likes. If you haven't liked up the stream or you haven't subbed up yet, please like up and sub up. As soon as I get home, I always re-spark the stream up again, and I always start playing video games. And I'm on the video games for like a good 5 to 6 hours a night. So if you enjoy people streaming video games, this is the channel for you. I'm always doing it every single night after I get off of work. But right now I'm about to get off on Curry Ford, I believe. And I did miss an exit, so hopefully this doesn't make the order late. But I did miss one exit. And I gotta start making sure that I don't do that. But it says we're 5 minutes away and that we're 1.8 miles away. And for those of you wondering how's the weather currently, I want to say that the weather is in its 70s It's not too hot, not chilly at all, and it's not too humid, which I like that because I don't like it when it's too hot and humid. It's pretty perfect today. And it's not raining. That's always a plus. So we're going to be there in 5 minutes. I think we're going to be going to a hotel because this road, Cimarron, takes you to the airport. But please, guys, like up the stream. I'm trying to get to 10 likes. I would really appreciate that. And don't mind me, if I ever go quiet for a little bit, it's because I'm smoking a joint right now. But this is Orlando, and this is near the airport. That is a Sonics across the street, if you're wondering what that was. And right over here is a 7-Eleven. As soon as you get out the exit, there's a Sonics and a 7-Eleven to greet you. And we're 5 minutes away from dropping off this order. But not having too bad of a day. I've been getting some pretty decent views, and I also think I've been getting some pretty decent orders. I think I've made about 30 bucks. Or actually, I think I think it's been $27 I made. But I only started an hour and 40 minutes ago. Or like an hour and a half ago. So I'll gladly take $27 in an hour and a half of time. That's pretty good. But I gotta put gas back into the car. So that's probably gonna bring me down to, like, you know, I'm probably gonna put in like 15. But I'm gonna be out here all night because, like I said, I got 2 days to save up some spare cash because I need about $200 worth of spare cash to spend on my team. I know that sounds terrible that in such bad economical times, I'm over here spending $200 on a video game. It does sound quite irresponsible, and it is quite pricey to play this game. And I wish 2K would make it more affordable and cheaper to play the game, but it isn't. And I'm most likely gonna need $200 to start this new season off good, to get that level 40 Michael, and to maybe rip a Hall of Fame box or a 51 pack box, depending on which one is better. But I'm really excited about all of the updates. The only thing I'm not excited about is that there was even another update in the game last night. There was another full update where you had to go to your menu and restart the game from the main menu. And I don't know what's going on with 2K and what's going on with MYTEAM, why they keep doing so many patches. We're in season 7 and they're still patching up the game. I don't understand why we're in season 7 and why are we still patching up the game. The game should be left the way it is. There's only 3 more seasons left in the game. There's only about 4 months left in the cycle of this game. People have already gotten used to the way the game plays. People already like the way the game plays. Fixing and patching up the game now doesn't do anything to, like, bring in new players into the game. So they should have left it the way it was. But they put a patch into the game that got rid of the speed boost. They said that it was a speed boost glitch. It's been around since the day 1 in the game. It wasn't a glitch. It's a part of the game. It's how you get open. It's how you speed boost and turbo past your defenders and get to an open spot on the floor and shoot your open jump shot. It wasn't a glitch. But they saw people were having a lot of success with it. They saw people were having fun with it. They saw people were cheesing out with it. And they got rid of the fun. They got rid of the fun in the game. Then they patched up the dribbling. So now you patched up the dribbling and the speed boost. How do you expect me to get open for a 3-point shot? How do you expect me to create space for an open 3-point shot? And the last 2 days, the game has felt very slow, very lethargic. It feels like I'm running around in quicksand wearing cement boots. And I think 2K needs to fix the game up ASAP, because everyone that I've been playing in the last 2 days has gotten on the mic and says, hey man, does the game feel weird to you? Does the game feel off? does the game feel slower? And, you know, and I'm gonna honestly answer people, you know, in the chat and the people that I'm playing against. Like, yeah, the game has been feeling off. The game has been feeling slow. The game has been feeling sluggish. Whatever you want to say, the game has not been feeling right. And I think they gotta do something to fix the patch that they thought was gonna fix something, because that patch didn't fix anything. I think the patch really fucked the game up, and to me, it really fucked up the game. The game had to be different. Like I said, it feels slow. It feels sluggish. It feels like there's some kind of latency or lag in the game. And the two things that people were enjoying about the game, the dribbling and the speed boost, you know, the two best ways to get yourself open for a three-point shot that was actually fun and that you could actually be creative with. People were getting so creative with their dribbling and getting open looks for their shots. It was getting really good. People were getting really good at dribbling. I was getting really good at using the speed boost to turbo pass all the defenders and find my open spot on the floor so I could hit the three. Now that they've taken those two things away, the game feels completely different, completely foreign, and it does not for good gameplay. I haven't played any Park or any Might All-Star Team Up, but if Showdown continues feeling this bad, I might say I might not spend all my time on that mode next season. I might split it up between Team Up and Showdown, because it's really feeling off. Everything about the mode is feeling off. The shooting, you know, when you use the same players over and over for a really long time, like I've been using D-Wade since the end of season 4. I've been using like a lot of these Shaq for like 6 weeks now. So you develop muscle memory with every single player, with all of their jump shots, with all of their releases. And I could tell you, every single person, they feel nerfed. Every single jump shot has been feeling slower to me. D-Wade's jump shot is practically unhittable now. People like Tom Chambers, like Shaq and Tom Chambers, who had super fast releases, now feel like they have super slow jump shots. You know, like their release is really going up in slow motion, and it feels really bad. And it's also allowing the defense to contest them easily, and it's making their green window disappear. So I don't know what's going on with the game, but the latest patch, and they've been doing patches now for the last 2 nights. It happened last night and it happened the night before. You know why I know this? Because I'm up and I see when they're trying to sneak in the patches. It's almost like they're trying to do a secret patch without the 2K community noticing. But they're doing a patch every single night, and these patches are really ruining the game. And they need to stop patching up the game and leaving the game the way it's been. We're into season 7. We're 7 seasons into the game. We've only got 3 seasons left in the cycle of this game. People are already used to the way the game has been. Don't patch it up now trying to fix it and then make the game worse, because then it's going to make people not want to go to 2K27. Yo, George, I can't believe it either, my dude. I cannot believe that MJ is going to be the free level 40. I can't believe it. When I say that this has got me so excited, so hyped up, Michael B. Bryant are my 2 favorite players to play with. And all year, I have not been able to get my hands on a good Michael Jordan card. The Pink Diamond Michael Jordan stunk. The Galaxy Opal Michael Jordan stunk. The Dark Matter Michael Jordan stunk. And the 100 Michael Jordan was way too expensive. He still is way too expensive. He's only come down in price today because of the news. But the fact that they're gonna give us point guard, shooting guard, GOAT Michael Jordan for absolutely free, no money spent, for just grinding to level 40 is amazing. Now I'm not gonna grind to level 40 because I get that Jordan. I can't wait to put that card in my starting lineup. I'm gonna get Michael Jordan on day 1, minute 1. And the most important thing about it is that for someone like me that has 14.5 I think I even have maybe 14.7 million MT in my account. Now I don't have to spend any of my MT trying to get a GOAT point guard or a GOAT shooting guard because they just gave me one. So now I have the point guard position, the small forward, and the center position. And I want to fill them out with all guards. Now I could spend roughly about 4 million MT on each to attain each card. So eventually I am going to have a starting lineup, complete starting lineup of all GOATs. And that's because they gave us a GOAT card for free, no money spent, in fucking May. Which is also going to allow us to spend 3 months having these cards on our starting 5. Okay, guys, I got to collect a PIN number from this customer, which means I'm going to have to take the phone with me. Okay, 5927. Oh, that's great. And it looks like it's on the left-hand side. So let me grab their order. And this is what it's like when you have to drop off an order and it requires getting like the customer's like a pin from the customer, because they want to verify that you dropped it off to the right person. They got the order. It's safe and sound in their hand. No excuse of what happened to it. You know, there's no excuse of like, hey, someone took it off my porch or the driver didn't drop it off. You know, you could verify that, hey, this order's been dropped off to the correct location because it has actually been handed to the customer and you got a pin from them to verify it. So let me just drop this off really quick. Last time I dropped off an order, it was a really hot ass girl that was half naked. She answered the door in bra and bikini and on panties. I couldn't believe it. It happened like 3 days ago while I was streaming. How you doing? Here's your order. And the pin is 2942. Thank you. You have a good night. And that was it. That's how you do an order that requires a PIN. You just, tell them like, hey, I need the PIN. Then it verifies that you dropped the order off to the correct person. Now they can't call DoorDash and say, hey, I didn't get the order, or the order was late, or they placed it at the wrong doorstep. It's all been fucking cleared. I kind of like orders like that. This way you can't get in any trouble for anything, but it does take a little bit more time. But I'm gonna be out here all night because I gotta make $200. I need $200 extra dollars that I can spare so I can spend it on my team this Friday. No questions, no arguments from my girl. I'll just be able to buy the level 40 Michael Jordan on day 1. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I gotta do something. Yo, what's up, mozzarella? Hold on, give me 1 second. But yeah, guys, when I say that I'm excited about this MJ being the level 40, it's really all I've been able to think of since I heard the news. I can't wait to completely restructure my team. I thought that going into season 7, that level 40 was just gonna be like an invincible card at level 40. I thought we were gonna maybe get just an invincible. And I haven't even spoke about that. That the 1 second, guys. I gotta fix the phone up. I haven't even touched on that we're also getting a level 35 invincible Ben Wallace. I don't know if that card is going to be better than the 100 Shaq, but I think he's got the Baluba upper, which nowadays all of the good elite cards are getting the Baluba upper, and I believe they're going to give him the Baluba upper. So Ben Wallace might be a little bit undersized, but he's definitely a card that until they drop a GOAT power forward or until they drop a GOAT center, this card is going to have to do. This card is going to have to, you know, play its part. So this way I can continue saving and stacking up my MT and using it just towards the GOAT cards. That's all I want to spend my MT on, is just the GOAT cards. I may pick up a really good invincible card here and there if they're affordable and cheap. But if they're not affordable and cheap, I will not go after the most expensive invincible cards. Like, you will not catch me wasting any of my MT on invincible Wemby or invincible Chet. And then when they go down in price, I lose so much MT on that card. I may go after cards like a Cade Cunningham, you know, just something affordable and cheap, you know, until I can fill out that position, that spot with a GOAT card. But as soon as they drop like a GOAT Penny Hardaway, or they drop a GOAT Akeem Olajuwon, believe me, I'm going to be ready to get that card now. And the main reason why I'm going to be ready is because they dropped a level 40 GOAT Michael Jordan. So now I don't have to buy MJ when he comes, you know, when he comes out. They gave it to us for free. No money spent, level 40. And because of that, I now have 14, almost 15 million MT, and I only have 4 starting positions to fill out. So that means I could spend about 4 million MT on each starting GOAT card as they drop them. So I hope they drop a GOAT card every single week. That's what I'm hoping for. You know, let's not be cheap and stingy, 2K. Let's get endgame started. You know, let's drop a GOAT card every single week if possible. I don't want to see them recycling GOAT King James into the market again, you know, into the packs. I want to see them drop a new GOAT this Friday for the beginning of this new promo, for the start of the new season, and the beginning of a new promo for the week. But I'm excited. I'm completely excited. And from now on, I am taking all challenges from the chat, whether it's Paradox or Mozzarella Sticks. You know, now that my GOAT cards are here and I can get my hands on them, you know, I'm ready to play people, you know, as soon as my lineup is done. And my first 2 pieces are gonna be Michael and LeBron. I'm gonna have the 2 GOATs in my starting lineup by season 7. I'm gonna have Michael and LeBron in my starting lineup in just the next 48 hours. I'm so excited, I'm getting goosebumps because of it right now, just from thinking of it. Okay, how do you get out of here? What is this fucking neighborhood? I don't know why it's so difficult to get out of this neighborhood, but it is. But yeah, super excited. Last year I was this excited too, because last year they gave us a GOAT Dr. J, and it was after Dr. J had been such a good card for the whole year. I remember last year I had the Pink Diamond Dr. J. I had the I think it was a Dark Matter Dr. J that I had, and then I didn't have the Invincible Dr. J. So I was really happy when I was able to get my hands on the GOAT Dr. J. And I remember last year I almost made the mistake of buying a Invincible Dr. J for 3 million MT, and the very next, like 2 days later, 3 days later, they dropped a GOAT Dr. J that you were able to get for free from the level 40 reward, no money spent. And his value went from like 3 million MT to like 300,000 MT. So I would have really had lost out a lot of MT last year if I would have been listening to people that were telling me, hey, get Dr. J, he's down to 3 mil. He's really cheap now. Like 3 days later, his GOAT card came out as a level 40 reward, and I would have lost a ton of MT. This year, I didn't buy the 100 MJ. I was just like, hey, I'm just gonna wait for his GOAT card to come out. And this year they gave us, as a level 40 reward, they gave us GOAT MJ. That just makes my fucking day. That just brings a smile. So I got the cheesiest grin from ear to ear right now, like just thinking about it. And I'm thinking about how much MT is gonna save me. You know, now that I could put that MT towards filling out the rest of the positions, the rest of the spots that I gotta fill out. I could put all of that MT towards those 4 players that are left that I gotta fill out in the starting lineup. So I'm having a good day. I'm gonna be out here all night trying to make $200 so I can have money to spend on the game this weekend. And I'm gonna really be looking forward to this weekend. I'm gonna have a blast on the game. I'm gonna spend $200 and not even feel guilty about it. I'm not gonna feel bad about it because it's $200 that I'm making right now, spare money, overtime money that I'm making just for this purpose. But yeah, it's not a bad night over here at work either. I've already hit like $30 and I've only been out here for 2 hours. I think I hit like 35. So just gonna continue trucking, and I got 2 joints with me, so I'm gonna be smoking up the whole night. And I might watch some YouTube in a little bit. I want to see what Ty Debo had to say about the new season starting up, and I want to see what JC2K has to say, and I want to see what like DBG has to say, and Carlo. Those are my main 4 people that I listen to every day. Every day I listen to some DBG, some JC, some Ty, some Carlo, some Carlos' story. Those are like my main guys that I tune into. But I appreciate you guys hanging out, and I'm coming through and hanging out for the stream. The streams have been doing really good lately. My son has caught the YouTube bug, and he's been streaming, and this little bugger, this little dude, this little man of mine, he got 1,200 views on his first live stream, and then his second one got like 700. It might be at 1,000 views now, but he really did really good on his first 2 live streams, and he blew me out the water. He blew Dada out the water. More people would rather listen to him and watch him play Roblox than watch me play MYTEAM and hear me talk about MYTEAM and basketball. That's for sure. So he really did rack up the views for Daddy's channel, and he really did help Dada out with the views. He got me 2 big videos this week by just streaming some Roblox, and he's always playing Roblox. He's on that game a lot. He loves that platform. Okay, we got ourselves another order. It's really small. It's only $5. That kind of sucks ass. But it says it's like a super short, super quick order, that it's only like 4 minutes away. So let's just go drop this off and get it over with. I always try to pick up every order that DoorDash sends me, so this way my acceptance rate is really high. I also try to never cancel, so I don't have a high cancellation rate, and I always try to get it there on time, so I have a high like on time rating. Because the job does allow me, I usually make about $40 to $60 within 2 hours, and this job does really allow me to spend money on MYTEAM, the game that I love playing, without having to dip into my paycheck, without having to dip into my savings, you know. And it allows me to spend money without my girl knowing how much I'm spending on video games each week or each month. And it does give me spare money that I don't feel guilty about spending on a game, because we should never have to spend money to play a video game, and you should never have to spend this much money to play video games. And now even my son nowadays is like, hey Dad, can I have like $30 a week to play Roblox? I'm like, well, what do you need $30 a week for on Roblox? And he was like explaining to me like, oh, I don't have to, you know, grind out the games, you know, to earn the coins and then get the weapons I need or the maps I need. And it allows me to do like level skips or to level up quicker. So now I'm spending money on video games each week, and my son is spending money on video games each week. It's almost like becoming like a weekly bill that, you know, like he wants like $30 for allowance, you know, for Robux, and then I need my money that I want to spend on my team. So it's becoming like pretty costly in the house just to play video games. And that's why nowadays I put in like a little bit of overtime. I don't give all of this overtime money just to video games, but it does help, putting in some overtime at work and making some extra money, some spare cash, petty cash, whatever you want to call it, so I could put it towards video games and not feel guilty about spending on video games. But it is becoming very costly. And when I was a kid back in the 90s, it did not cost money to play video games on a weekly basis. All you did was buy the game, pay for the game one time, and then that was it. The game gave you everything that you needed to play that game for the next year. It came with the initial purchase of that one game. You didn't have to consistently spend money. And it's getting ridiculous that so many video games, like from NBA2K26 to Call of Duty to Roblox, now requires you to spend money on the game weekly to stay up to date, or just to have fun, or just not to have to spend so much time grinding out the game to level up or to get things in the game. It's crazy how much they want you to spend nowadays on video games. And I know it's a form of entertainment, but for any other forms of entertainment like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, YouTube, you usually pay like a monthly subscription, and that's it. There's a monthly fee, and that's it. You don't have to pay on a weekly basis consistently. So I think like video games need to figure out how to like kind of tone it down with the microtransactions, and like let's scale it back a little bit. It doesn't have to be so ridiculous, especially like we're in bad economical times. People don't have that kind of spare cash to play video games or to give their kids $30 for Robux every week. Video games are starting to turn into a luxury to play. So they need to like scale it back, tone it down a bit with the cost of how much it is to play video games. And nowadays, it's not even the cost of like, like, oh, this is how much it costs to get like a really good card in MyTEAM, or this is how much it costs to get the best gun in Call of Duty, or this is how much it costs to level up in Roblox. There is a microtransaction for every little thing. They have found a way to monetize every little inch of every single video game. It costs money to rip chain packs. It costs money to rip packs on Monday. On Tuesday. It costs money to rip packs on Friday. It costs money to get the veterans. It costs money to do the ascension role. It costs money to get the level 40 really quick. It's like every little thing is being monetized. Every little transaction, every little move in this game is being monetized. And it's just becoming a bit expensive. Yeah, it's become a hobby for the rich. Otherwise, it's not like it was when I was for real. I mean, back in the day, my parents used to complain about me having to buy a console every like 4 years, every 5 years. They'd be like, these consoles are like $200, and they used to complain about having to spend, I think it was like $30 to $80 for an extra controller. And back then, games were like $30 to $50. They used to complain about the games being so expensive. And now there is not one game that you can go to Target and buy for less than $70. GTA 5, which is a 10-year-old game. I think that game is more than 10 years old. If you go to Target right now, that game is still $70 to $80 to purchase that game. Controllers are now $200, $100 to $200. Back in the day, a controller was $30 to $50, and my parents thought it was expensive. They were like, why do you need a second controller? I was like, so when I want to play with my friends, they're like, I'm not paying, I'm not going to get an extra controller for your friends to play when they come over. Now, eventually, they did get me the second controller, but it would be pricey for that second controller, $30 to $50. The console was $200. The games were $50 to $70. And so those things were pretty expensive back in the 80s and 90s. That shit would add up. Where now, not only do you have to buy your kid the console for $500, PlayStation 5 is still $500. A Nintendo Switch is $300. The cheapest Xbox is $200. My kid has a Nintendo Switch. My kid has a PlayStation 5. My kid has We have spent this year just $1,000 on purchasing consoles. You buy an extra controller, that's an extra. We bought them the Xbox Elite controller. It's already broken in pieces. You know, there goes another $200-$300, $500 on controllers. How you doing? I got a pickup for Mike D. So oh my bad, I forgot about. My bad. Thanks, guys. I completely forgot. I still gotta get an external mic, but nowadays, you know, my kid has, like I said, he has a Nintendo Switch, he has PlayStation 5, he has Xbox. That's $1,000 on just consoles. If you want, I got him the Xbox Elite controller. That was $200. You get second controller for the PlayStation 5. That's another $100. The games are always $80 or more when you first buy them. If you do a pre-order on the game, they're like $100 to $200. Gaming, video gaming has been a luxury that almost the rich can only afford now. It's almost a form of entertainment that only rich people or people that are well off can afford to do now. You know, gaming is not for like the middle class person. Gaming is not for like, you know, hold on guys. You know, gaming is not for some broke people in the hood, you know, that can barely afford rent, you know, and food, you know, that are on food stamps or EBT cards or something like that, or they're on Section 8 living and they're living in the projects. You know, back when I was growing up as a kid, even the poorest kid in the neighborhood had a video game console. Even the poorest kid in the neighborhood had Atari while everyone else had Sega and Nintendo. But now, if you're a poor kid, you can't really get a console. You can't really afford to game. Even if you can afford the console, you then still have to buy the game, the extra controller. You have to pay for online video. Thank you so much.
No problem, love. Have a great night.
You too, ma'am. You have to pay for the online gaming service. That's like $100 a year. You know, so video gaming isn't like it used to be. It really has become a hobby only intended for the rich and people that are well off, that can afford it, and rich kids. But back when I was a kid, you know, gaming was for, you know, it was meant for kids. It wasn't, you know, it didn't cost you hundreds and thousands of dollars to play each year, and it wasn't something that was meant for the adults to entertain themselves with. It was meant for kids. And if you were a poor kid or a rich kid, everybody was able to afford to play video games. Everybody was able to afford a console and to buy a game and to buy an extra controller, because that's all you had to buy. Now you have to buy the game, the extra controller, the online service. You have to give money each week so they can rip packs or buy Robux. You know, it's become very costly to play video games. Oh, where the fuck is my lighter at? So that's the only part that I don't like about video gaming nowadays, and specifically the two games that me and my family are into. We're into, you know, 2K, and we're into Roblox, and those games cost a lot of money to play. Yo, Nero, nothing is free anymore. You could say that again. Nothing is free and nothing is cheap nowadays. Everything is very expensive in like today's world. You know, back in the 80s and 90s, people were making $4.25. If you were making good money in the 80s, it meant you were making like $4.25. And you were able to live good. And nowadays, you know, you gotta make like $20, $25 an hour just to have a decent living. If you're not making $25 an hour in today's economy, you're not living, you're not even having a decent living. So it's kind of sad, like, you know, how things have become, but it is the sad truth. But, and like I said, I have a lot of hobbies. I like collecting comic books. I like collecting basketball cards. I like playing MYTEAM. My son likes to play Roblox. So it's almost like every single week, I gotta make spare cash that I can just devote, to my hobbies, to the things that I find entertaining, to the things I find enjoyable. I like having Disney Plus. I like having Netflix and Hulu. So for those type of things that are just for entertainment purposes, you don't need Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, ESPN Live. You don't need any of those things to live and survive and live a good life. But if you want to have quality of life, if you want to have things that you find entertaining and enjoyable, I always say you got to make some spare cash. You got to make some petty cash, spare cash that you could spend on things that aren't necessities. And that's why I always do like an extra 2 to 4 hours of like DoorDash at night. So this way me and my son can have, some extra spare cash and spend it on things like Roblox and MYTEAM and not feel guilty about spending money on things like that. And that's what I try to teach my son, that there's priorities. We go to work for the priorities in life, and those things are first. And then, you make extra money. You put in overtime work. So you have spare money, spare cash, so you can spend on your hobbies and things that you find entertaining, things that you find enjoyable in life. But, you should always first have, money for bills, money so your family could eat. Like the summertime is about to start. I need money for, me and my family, we have the yearly pass for all of the theme parks. You need money to go to these theme parks. You need a lot of money to go to these theme parks all summer. So everything is really expensive nowadays. And I always find myself practically living in my car. And I'm in here for like 4 to 6